From the very first moment, imagine a heartbeat pounding in your ears, an insistent drum that refuses to be silenced. Picture yourself standing on the precipice of what you believe is possible, where every limit has been shattered by the sheer force of will and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Today you're about to enter a world where pain transforms into power, where the impossible becomes the everyday reality of one man's journey, and by embracing his lessons, your own life can be revolutionized. This isn't just another motivational tale, it's a raw, unfiltered look into the mind of a warrior who turned every obstacle into a stepping stone towards a destiny defined by resilience. Imagine being so driven that even your deepest fears tremble at the thought of holding you back. That is the story of David Goggins, a man who dared to face his inner demons head-on, to push past every boundary that society set for him, and to emerge as living proof that no challenge is insurmountable. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever felt the sting of failure, the relentless echo of self-doubt, whispering that you aren't enough? What if I told you that within that voice lies the secret to your greatest strength? Goggins didn't just overcome his pain, he embraced it. In his world, every hardship was a crucible forging the steel of his character. He transformed the agony of his past into the fire that would propel him into legendary feats of endurance and strength. His journey wasn't paved with comfort or ease. It was carved out of despair, molded by the intense pressure of his own inner critic, and ultimately transcended by his unyielding spirit. Think about that for a moment. How many times have you let the fear of pain or failure keep you from reaching your true potential? Every word of this story is a call to arms, a challenge to your very core. When you listen to these words, you're not just absorbing a narrative, you're igniting a spark deep within, one that has the power to transform your life. Goggins believed that true freedom lies on the other side of suffering, a truth so counterintuitive that it forces you to re-examine everything you thought you knew about comfort, weakness, and the human spirit. Imagine stripping away every excuse, every doubt, every limitation, until you are left with nothing but raw, unadulterated potential. That's the relentless power of embracing your struggle, of turning your most painful moments into the building blocks of an unbreakable mindset. As you journey through this narrative, you'll discover the brutal yet beautiful truth that every moment of discomfort is an opportunity, a chance to grow stronger, to become better, to evolve beyond the constraints of your own mind. Picture yourself facing a challenge so immense that every fiber of your being screams for you to retreat. But instead of cowering, you push forward, driven by a force you never knew you had. It's that surge of adrenaline, that rush of determination, that transforms the mundane act of surviving into an art form. Goggins mastered this art, and his life is a testament to the transformative power of grit, discipline, and relentless self-belief. Let me take you deeper into his world. Imagine the early mornings when the cold, harsh reality of the world would force him out of bed, each step a battle against his own desire for comfort. Visualize the searing pain in his muscles after grueling workouts that pushed him to the brink of collapse, only to rise again with an unyielding determination to conquer his limits. Every drop of sweat, every moment of anguish was a deliberate act of defiance against the inner voice that said, "You can't do this." And with every rep, every mile, every grueling challenge, that voice grew quieter, replaced by a powerful mantra: "I will not be defeated." Consider the unimaginable, pushing your body and mind past the point of exhaustion, into a realm where pain and pleasure merge into a singular, transformative experience. In that space, every second is a testament to human resilience, every breath a declaration of victory over self-imposed limitations. Goggins's journey is a masterclass in the art of mental toughness. It's about accepting that life will hit you hard, and then choosing to hit back even harder. This is not just about physical endurance. It's about a mental revolution, a complete overhaul of the way you perceive challenge and adversity. It's about learning that the only true limits are the ones you set for yourself. Pause for a moment and reflect. What if you could tap into that same reservoir of strength, that same untapped potential that lies dormant within you? What if every setback you've ever experienced was not a sign of weakness, but a call to action, a signal that you are on the verge of a breakthrough? This is the paradox at the heart of Goggins' philosophy. He teaches us that the path to greatness is paved with suffering, that every scar is a badge of honor, a reminder that you have endured, that you have fought, and that you have emerged stronger for it. And as you internalize these lessons, you begin to see that the struggles that once held you back are now the very fuel that propels you forward. Now, imagine the power of this mindset in action. Picture yourself in the midst of a challenge so overwhelming that every instinct tells you to quit. But then, a single thought pierces through the fog of despair. I am more than my circumstances. In that moment, the chains of doubt shatter, and you are free. Free to push beyond the boundaries of your past. Free to redefine what is possible for you. This is not a distant dream. It is a tangible reality, waiting to be claimed by those brave enough to confront their fears head-on. And as you listen to these words, feel the weight of your potential pressing in, urging you to rise, to fight, to conquer. Imagine a life where every obstacle is met with a defiant roar of determination, where every setback is a setup for an even greater comeback. This is the essence of what Goggins calls the accountability mirror, a brutal, honest reflection of who you are and who you can become. In that mirror, there are no excuses, no shortcuts, no easy answers. There is only the raw, unfiltered truth of your existence, and it is in that truth that you find the courage to forge a new path, to push past every barrier until nothing remains but an unbreakable spirit. As you absorb these ideas, let your mind wander to the moments in your own life when you felt truly alive, those rare instances when the world seemed to hold its breath and every cell in your body was fired up with purpose. Those moments are not accidents. They are the result of a fierce commitment to living life on your own terms. And what if I told you that you have the power to create more of those moments, to seize every opportunity to transcend the ordinary and step into a realm where greatness is not just a possibility, but an inevitability? Think back to the times when you faced overwhelming odds, moments when the challenges seemed insurmountable and the pain unbearable. In those moments, did you find the strength to keep moving forward, or did you succumb to the weight of your own fears? Goggins' story is a clarion call to every individual who has ever doubted their own resilience, a reminder that the human spirit is capable of feats that defy logic and shatter expectations. His journey is a blueprint for those who refuse to settle for mediocrity, who dare to dream of a life where every challenge is met with unyielding resolve. Let me take you on a deeper dive into the heart of his transformation. There was a time when Goggins was not the embodiment of strength and endurance that we know today. He was plagued by doubt, haunted by the demons of his past, and trapped in a cycle of self-destruction that threatened to consume him. Yet, in the midst of his darkest hours, he discovered a truth so profound that it would alter the course of his life forever. The realization that pain is not your enemy, but your most honest teacher. It is through the crucible of suffering that we come to understand our true potential, that we learn the art of perseverance, and that we awaken the dormant warrior within us all. Now let's bring it closer to home. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the crossroads of your own life, a point where you have the opportunity to redefine who you are, to reclaim control over your destiny, and to embrace the challenges that have long held you captive. What if, instead of shying away from the pain, you welcomed it as a catalyst for change? Every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt is a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. And as you internalize this mindset, you begin to see that the only thing standing between you and greatness is the courage to face your fears and to push beyond the boundaries of what you thought was possible. Feel the surge of adrenaline as you consider the limitless potential that lies within you. This is not a mere fantasy. It is the very essence of what it means to be alive, to be in control of your own destiny. In every moment of hardship, there is an opportunity to rise, to break free from the chains of doubt, and to rewrite the narrative of your life. And as you embrace this message, allow it to inspire you to not only transform your own life, but also to ignite a spark in those around you. A spark that will fuel conversations, spark debates, and ultimately create a ripple effect of unstoppable momentum. Now, here's where the story takes an unexpected turn, a twist that will challenge everything you thought you knew about strength and vulnerability. Picture the moment when you've been pushed to your absolute limit, when every muscle in your body screams for relief, and every thought is consumed by the desire to give in. In that very instant, something shifts. Instead of surrendering, you find a hidden reserve of energy, a spark that ignites an unstoppable force within you. It's as if the very act of confronting your own limitations becomes a catalyst for an extraordinary transformation. In that moment, pain loses its power over you, and you realize that you are not defined by your struggles, but by your ability to overcome them. This is the secret that David Goggins shares with the world, a secret that is both simple and profound. It's the understanding that the journey to greatness is not measured by the absence of pain, but by the relentless pursuit of excellence in spite of it. Every hardship, every scar, every moment of vulnerability is a reminder that you have the strength to rise, to fight, and to triumph. And as you internalize this message, you begin to see that your potential is as boundless as your willingness to push past the confines of fear and self-doubt. Now, as these words sink in, I invite you to reflect on your own life. Think about the challenges that have defined you, the moments when you were forced to confront your limitations head-on. What if, instead of retreating into the safety of the familiar, you embraced those challenges as opportunities to unlock a hidden reservoir of strength? What if you began to see every struggle as a stepping stone towards a future where your dreams are not only attainable, but inevitable? Imagine the impact of living each day with an unyielding commitment to self-improvement, a determination to overcome every obstacle with grace and grit. Picture yourself waking up each morning, not to the monotony of routine, but to the exhilarating promise of a new challenge, a challenge that will push you to the very edge of your comfort zone and beyond. In that space, every moment is a testament to your resilience, every breath a celebration of your capacity to endure and evolve. And as you embrace this way of life, you begin to understand that true strength is not measured by the absence of pain, but by the courage to face it head-on and to emerge stronger on the other side. Let your mind wander to the countless opportunities that lie ahead, opportunities to redefine your limits, to break free from the chains of self-doubt, and to claim the life you were always meant to live. As you visualize this future, feel the electric charge of anticipation, the thrill of knowing that every challenge you encounter is simply a stepping stone on the path to greatness. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. There is a community of like-minded warriors, each driven by the same unyielding desire to conquer their fears and to embrace the extraordinary potential that lies within them. Now, imagine the conversations that will erupt in the wake of your transformation. Picture the comments, the debates, the outpouring of inspiration that will ripple across the digital landscape as others begin to realize that they too can overcome their limitations. This is the moment when you become part of a movement fueled by the collective will to rise above mediocrity, to shatter every glass ceiling, and to redefine what it means to be truly unstoppable. Every time you share these ideas, every time you challenge someone to see beyond their current limitations, you are igniting a spark that has the power to set the world ablaze with the fire of possibility. As the narrative unfolds, feel the tension building, the suspense of not knowing what comes next, the anticipation of a revelation so powerful it changes everything. In the midst of the struggle, there is a point where the pain reaches its zenith, and then, as if by magic, it gives way to an epiphany. It's at this critical juncture that the viewer realizes this is not just a story about one man's journey, but a universal truth about the human experience. We all face moments when the weight of the world seems unbearable, when every fiber of our being cries out for solace. Yet, it is in those very moments that our true strength is forged, a strength that can only be discovered when we confront our deepest fears and transform them into our greatest assets. I want you to pause and imagine yourself in that crucible of transformation. Feel the intensity of every challenge, the surge of adrenaline, as you push through the barriers that once held you captive. Picture the sense of liberation that washes over you when you realize that the only thing standing in your way is the limit you impose on yourself. And as this revelation sinks in, let it inspire you to take action, to break free from the chains of complacency, and to step boldly into the arena of your own potential. In this moment, the choice is clear. You can continue down the familiar path of comfort and mediocrity, or you can seize this opportunity to redefine your existence, to harness the raw power of adversity, and to become the architect of your own destiny. The lessons of David Goggins are not merely words on a page. They are a blueprint for living a life of relentless purpose, a call to arms for anyone who dares to dream of something greater. And as you internalize this message, you will find that the courage to change, the strength to persevere, and the wisdom to transform every setback into a stepping stone is already within you. Now, as the crescendo of this journey builds, allow yourself to be swept up in the tidal wave of possibility. Imagine a future where every obstacle is met with unwavering determination, where every challenge becomes a testament to your unbreakable spirit. Envision the thrill of knowing that you are not defined by your past, but by your unyielding commitment to forge a new path, one that leads to a life of extraordinary achievement and unbridled joy. This is the power of the Goggins mindset, a mindset that defies convention, that dares to dream big, and that transforms even the most painful experiences into the fuel that drives you toward greatness. Let these words echo in your mind as you take that crucial step forward. Feel the weight of your doubts dissipate, replaced by a surge of confidence that radiates from within. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. And in every moment of struggle, there lies an opportunity to rise above, to transcend the ordinary, and to embrace the extraordinary potential that lies dormant within you. I urge you to take a moment to let these insights settle deep within your soul. Picture yourself as a warrior poised on the brink of a breakthrough, every ounce of your being resonating with the power of potential. Imagine the surge of energy as you commit to this journey, a journey where every challenge is an opportunity to rise, every setback a setup for an even greater triumph. And as you absorb this message, let it inspire you to not only transform your own life, but also to ignite a spark in those around you, a spark that will fuel conversations, spark debates, and ultimately create a ripple effect of unstoppable momentum. This is your moment. This is the point where you decide that enough is enough. You decide that the pain of the past will no longer dictate the course of your future. Instead, you choose to harness that pain, to transform it into an unstoppable force that propels you towards greatness. The lessons of David Goggins are not just meant to be heard. They are meant to be lived, breathed, and embodied in every fiber of your being. They are a rallying cry for those who refuse to be defined by their limitations, a call to rise, to fight, and to reclaim the power that is rightfully yours. So, as you come to the close of this immersive experience, remember this: you have the strength, the resilience, and the unyielding determination to overcome any challenge that stands in your way. You are not defined by the scars of your past, but by the fire of your spirit, the spirit that dares to defy the odds and to transform pain into purpose. Let every word of this journey be etched into your heart, a constant reminder that the path to greatness is paved with the courage to confront your deepest fears and to emerge victorious on the other side. And now, as the final echoes of this transformative tale resonate within you, I invite you to take the next step. Engage with this experience, share your thoughts, challenge your assumptions, and let the world know that you too are ready to embrace the power of relentless perseverance. Tag a friend who needs to hear this message, leave a comment about the moment that changed everything for you, and join the movement of warriors determined to rewrite their destinies. Your journey does not end here, it's only just beginning. In the quiet aftermath of this revelation, as the adrenaline slowly subsides, remember that every moment is a fresh start, every breath a chance to forge a new chapter in your epic saga. The fire that now burns within you is the same fire that has driven countless souls to overcome insurmountable odds, to break free from the constraints of mediocrity, and to step boldly into a future filled with infinite possibilities. Let that fire be your guide, your constant companion as you navigate the challenges of life with a fierce determination that refuses to be extinguished. Feel the gravity of this moment. Feel the undeniable pull of your own potential as it calls out to you from the depths of your being. Every word you've heard today is a testament to the extraordinary power that lies within you, waiting to be unleashed. And as you stand at the threshold of a new beginning, remember that the journey to greatness is not a solitary one. You are part of a community, a brotherhood and sisterhood of warriors who have chosen to live life on their own terms, who have dared to embrace the struggles that forge greatness, and who now stand together in a united declaration that nothing, no matter how insurmountable, can hold them back. Now is the time to act. Seize this moment, this call to action, and let it propel you into a future where every challenge is met with unwavering resolve, where every setback is transformed into an opportunity for growth. This is your moment to redefine your destiny, to prove that you are not limited by your past, but empowered by your ability to rise above it. As you step forward, let the lessons of this journey be your constant reminder that true strength is not measured by the absence of pain, but by the relentless will to overcome it. And so, as you close your eyes and let this transformative energy wash over you, know that you are more powerful than you ever imagined, more resilient than you ever believed possible. The journey ahead is filled with challenges, yes, but it is also brimming with endless potential, with opportunities waiting to be seized by those who dare to dream big and to live boldly. Today, you are not just a passive observer of greatness. You are an active participant in a revolution of the mind, a warrior ready to claim your rightful place among those who have dared to change the world. Let this be the spark that ignites a firestorm of change within you, a fire that burns away every doubt, every fear, every limitation that has held you back for far too long. Embrace the journey, for it is in the crucible of adversity that true legends are forged. You are the architect of your destiny, the master of your fate, and the hero of your own epic tale. Now go forth and unleash the boundless power that lies within you. Let your story be one that inspires, that challenges, and that forever redefines the very meaning of resilience. Remember, every great journey begins with a single, defiant step. And as you take that step today, know that you are joining a legacy of warriors who have chosen to defy the odds, to conquer the unconquerable, and to transform pain into the fuel that drives them toward an extraordinary future. Thank you for joining me on this unforgettable journey. Now take a moment to reflect, to share, and to ignite the spark of transformation within others. Let this be the moment that changes everything, a moment when you chose to rise above, to conquer your fears, and to live a life defined not by its limitations, but by its boundless possibilities. The revolution starts with you. Mom,